the British police spend about 500 mil policing for cannabis alone, right? Then you need about the same amount for keeping people in prison. So it's costing maybe $1 billion.
$1 billion a year. Okay.
Just to keep people away from illegal products all over the world.
Yeah.
The potential is up to about 7 billion, the market. At the moment, the legal market that's already exists is taking 3-odd billion. And then you've got the illegal market, which nobody technically knows, but it's about the same.
Yeah.
Illegal. So you put the two together, you're over 7 billion potential earnings for the government. So whatever the tax on that would be, it'd be quite a few quid. And it won't be
even if it was at 40%.
Yeah, it'd be good money.
Yeah.
There's a few hospitals there, mate, that could be built.
Yeah. Just
from cannabis that's being released, like I say, all over Europe. And, you know, you've got to think about the law, and people have got to look at it in a way that most laws in this country are built on what harm it does to somebody. So people are still going to prison now for cannabis. And the law that stands on that is that it's going to do harm. But then you've got legal companies like JW Pharmaceuticals, who Theresa May's husband owned.
Yeah.
And he bought that for about 40 million and sold it last year for 7.2 billion. And that's cannabis, THC, medical cannabis. Yeah. And that's
based down here in England, down in Kent.
Yeah, over that way.
That way. Okay.
Yeah. And that's a massive place. We in our documentary, we went down and filmed it. And it's like 72 football pitches of cannabis.
All hydroponics, just
Jesus. Yeah. They bought it from British Sugar. British Sugar was growing tomatoes at the time, and they literally overnight bought it, chopped all the tomatoes down, and replaced it with cannabis. And ever since then, they built up a business, and great business as well. They've invented 2 drugs. Like I say, one of them is Sativax, which is for people with Parkinson's. And I think the content of that is 50% CBD, 50% THC. And it literally stops people from shaking. Yeah. You know, my mum had Parkinson's. It was a terrible disease. She died of it in the end. Yeah. And
So they put in 50% tetrahydrocannabinol in there.
And that gives a good balance.
Yeah, okay.
Like, I don't know. People in the past, you used to get Sensimilia and drugs like that from Jamaica and whatever. But the reason why that was so good is because it didn't have the balance of CBD and THC gave you a more subtle high sort of thing. It wasn't as extreme as the skunk that everybody's having now, which is all THC mainly, very little CBD. And, you know, it's a different world now.
So are you seeing this as a business model that is the way forward?
Yeah. Yeah. Like I say, we've just done all the filming.
What's the documentary called?
The Flower of Life.
The Flower of Life.
Yeah. There's a t-shirt.
Yeah.
There's one of my paintings there with it on.
Yeah.
But nice, the Flower of Life was the first, I don't know if you know about it, but the first pattern that was created 6,000 years ago, and it's symmetrical circles going round, and then you get the flower in the middle. It's an ancient thing, but it's also cannabis is the flower of life, really, because it does so much good, like I was saying. It's not curing Parkinson's, but it's stopping people having shaking within seconds. And the other one, I think, that they do is for people who are having seizures and things like that. And I'm sure there's going to be loads of, it's great for helping you to sleep, pain relief.
There's loads of benefits.
Loads of benefits,
absolutely.
It definitely is a flower of life. You know, it's thingy. But what we're going to do, we're going to show the full process of it. It's complex to get the license. Every year, the government are trying to bring it down so it's not as complex. Yeah. I don't think the government are standing in your way, but you've got to jump through loads of hoops. Okay. Right. And you've got to have proper people about you. You've got to prove that you're able to do what you're going to be doing. So you need a premises. You need the license. Technically, at the moment, what you have to do, you have to get the premises first, kit it out, secure it, and then maybe a year later you might get the license to grow it. So you've got to have a lot of money at the moment. But they're sort of easing it off where you can get the premises and then start producing a little bit, and then eventually you get your license if you prove yourself.
How much dough do you reckon you could earn if this was set up? Let's not talk 72 footy pitches, because that's enormous. That's proper money. That's ridiculous. But just say if you had a a nice sized warehouse. And you invested £500,000 into it. What sort of money could you pull out of it, do you reckon? Say you invested £1 million. What could you pull out?
You could have your money back in 2 crops.
And a crop will take how long?
3 months.
3 months, yeah.
Yeah.
Mate, that sounds
quick.
That sounds really quick.
Yeah. But you've got to be able to know what you're doing.
It. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I get it.
So now we've when I say we, it's like a little corporation that we've got now. So we've got a doctor, we've got a chemist, we've got horticulturists, we've got lawyers, we've got people who know the game anyway from the past.
Yeah.
And we'll be up and running, or the companies will be up and running. I'm more or less organising it and telling people how to do it, really. And then I'm going to take them through the legal side of it. But we've now employed a legal solicitor who's already got people licenses. So obviously it's not going to be cheap.
Yeah.
But it's going to be done correctly.
Yeah, but you've got the business model.
We've got the business model set up. We've also got the after effects of it. So we're going to do the podcast soon, but not like a podcast this way. You're asking me questions about my past. We're going to be doing a podcast with a horticulturist.
Brilliant.
Show them how to do it.
Brilliant.
Going to show them how to electricians to come on and show them how to set the system up, because it's, as you know, there's house fires everywhere and things like that if they do it wrong. And going to have plumbers on to show you how to do the hydroponic systems and everything. We're going to have lawyers on to tell the people how to do it, what's the process, what they're going to need. But then so that's for people who've got loads of dough.
Yeah.
But then what we're going to do, we're going to introduce different things where you can literally start in your bedroom, a bedroom in a house, but not growing cannabis, growing other products. We won't say what the products are, but we're going to show them how to grow these things, and that they're going to make a few grand a week if they want it. But they could start with a couple of £100. You know, it's going to be interesting documentaries, documentaries, really.
Yeah.
Once we release this first one and show them the overall plan of what you need to do and how you need to control it. But then once we've done that, we're going to show different stages. You know, we're going to show that one where you can just go, right, I've got £500,000 or I've got $1 million. We can do it straight away and get it all running. But it's still going to take you time to get your licenses and things like that. You need insurance as well. And lots of complicated things, but not that complicated.
Yeah.
If you're thinking about doing it illegally.
Yeah.
You know, if you go to do an illegal grow, technically what you're doing is that you're committing yourself straight away to a conspiracy.
Yeah.
Conspiracy to grow cannabis carries 14 years.
Is that what it is? 14?
Yeah, 14 years. You can still get it now. Someone like me, if I started growing with my record, I'd 100% get 14 years. It wouldn't even hesitate. It'd just be straight 14 years. But if someone who's cleanish started doing it, might only get 6 months, depending on the size.
I like the bit you said ish then.
Yeah. No, it's 14 years is the maximum you can get. But, you know, somebody who's never got a criminal record, they'd get maybe 6 months for doing a reasonable size. But if you're doing a big one, you're going to get a good few years. But then you've also got to think about, there's new laws now that have come out, one called the Unexplained Wealth Order. And that means that the police don't need to get a criminal charge on you anymore. You can literally knock on your door, give you an envelope and say, fill that in. And you have to fill in everything you've ever spent. Everything. Because if they find anything that's wrong, you could lose everything.
Yeah, okay.